the fact that I'm more worried about facing 18th place Fulham rather than facing Real Madrid in the Champions League, it just shows us what it's like to be a Chelsea fan. It's a Chelsea thing. Hello people and welcome back to another episode of The Prefix. Welcome back for another match preview. This time we're facing Fulham, who are obviously in the 18th place in the Premier League. Let me just look at how many points. They are now on 27 points and 33 games played out of 38. So 5 games left in the season. West Brom right behind them at 25 and Brighton up ahead with 34 points. So Brighton obviously are not really winning games. They're drawing games. They are losing games. More draws than wins and losses. Honestly, I think they have the most draws this season in the Premier League, which is crazy. But it is definitely some hope for Fulham to get as many points as possible because they have nothing to lose. And a team that has nothing to lose is a very, very dangerous team, and that's what makes this match so much more important and so much more crucial. Because let's take a look at where we are in the table. We are not in safe territory at all. Let's just be honest about that. We do have a 3-point lead against West Ham, who are sitting in 5th spot with 55 points, and we are at 58. We do have Leicester, who drew last night, which is a good thing for us. They drew against a 10-man Southampton, which is unbelievable. And I bought Ian Archer hoping that he would score, but turns out Johnny Evans scored the winner. Not the winner, the one goal for Leicester. So my FPL is pretty screwed. But coming back to the Premier League, coming back to what this means for Chelsea, because now West Ham are playing Burnley. So I'm guessing that they're going to come out with 3 points. I know they're not looking like the sharpest. They have a lot of players injured, but they have, I think, too much quality for Burnley. So let's just say that they get 3 points at Burnley, and that puts them level with us at 58 points. So our objective right now is to close the gap between Leicester City and us and increase the gap between 5th and 4th. That's pretty much our job now. But that's not our only job. We have to be winning over multiple competitions. And we have an FA Cup competition coming up. And we have, obviously, the second leg against Real Madrid on Tuesday. So, what does this mean for our squad? What does this mean for this game? We obviously want to be winning this game, but we also have to keep in mind all the aspects that us as fans take for granted, like the player's health, the player's fitness levels, his ability to recover game after game after every 3 to 4 days and to play 90 minutes, which is a very, very tough thing to do, and a lot of players are struggling with it. Look at Liverpool, a prime example of that. So we need to be resting players for sure. Players like Chilwell, players like Mason Mount, players like N'Golo Kante, players like Thiago Silva, players like Jorginho, Timo Werner. They have played a host of minutes over the last 2 or 3 weeks over FA Cup, Champions League and Premier League. And it will be a foolish, I'll be a fool to think that this hasn't affected them and this hasn't affected their performances. Because you look at the game against Brighton. You look at the last game we had against the West Ham game. You look at the game against Madrid, where we were tiring towards in the second half, and we couldn't keep up with Madrid and gave them pretty much control of the ball. And they kind of, I won't say they dominated us, but they had pretty good possession and they kind of outplayed us in every department. So the second leg in Stamford Bridge, Madrid are going to come with, again, nothing to lose, and that means stakes are so much more higher. They're gonna, when they play with nothing to lose versus when Fulham plays with nothing to lose, it's a whole different ball game, and it's going to be physically and mentally taxing on the players. And so we need the players to be at 100%. That means players need to be rested today. Players need to be rested. It's not even an option. So, rotation, in my opinion, could obviously hurt team chemistry, and that's why this game just got a whole lot tougher. That's why this game is going to be a whole lot tougher. And so, let's just get into the lineup so you know what I'm talking about. In goal, obviously, I've gone with Edouard Mendy. Edouard Mendy there's no need to justify this. Kepa obviously has kept his clean sheets, but looks like he's going to be the cup goalkeeper. So I wouldn't mind him playing in the FA Cup final. But for the Premier League and for the Champions League, it has to be Edouard Mendy. So Edouard Mendy gets in there. Let's move on to the back three. Now, I mentioned that a few players need to be rested, but along with that, we do have some injury updates. And the latest one is Antonio Rudiger. If you watched that game against Madrid, you would, towards the end of the game, Antonio Rudiger made a darting run down the left flank, only to crash into Odriozola, who deservedly got a yellow card for that, which is a very, very bad foul. Kind of took the wind out of his chest there, and Antonio Rudiger was on the ground for a while, and I think that was the injury that I think messed him up. And I'm not sure when he's going to be back, but Thomas Tuchel is confident he's going to be back for the game against Madrid, and I hope so, because Rudiger has been a freaking tank in defense. He's been a freaking tank, man, and I think he's been one of the most consistent defenders since Thomas Tuchel has arrived. So, credit where credit is due. I didn't rate him as much and as high as maybe Zuma and Azpilicueta, but he is proving to be one of the most crucial pieces in this Thomas Tuchel team. And to see him get injured at such a crucial time, hopefully it's not something bad, and hopefully he can return back for this Madrid game, the all-important game of the season. So, the back three that I have gone with is Azpilicueta on the right, Andreas Christensen in the middle, and not Antonio Rudiger, and Kurt Zuma on the left. I've benched Thiago Silva because we're going to need him. We're going to need him against Real Madrid, and I think he's played a sequence of games, West Ham, Brighton, and now and against Real Madrid as well. So I think he needs some rest, given his age, given his injury concerns. So I would rest Thiago Silva. Zuma gets in and Christensen gets in, obviously, as the ball playing centre back. Moving on to the left wing back, I've gone with Marcus Alonso. I've gone with Marcus Alonso because I want to rest Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell has been playing continuously. He's kind of overthrown Marcus Alonso in that position and made it his own. There was a whole resurrection period of Marcus Alonso where he was playing, he scored that banger goal. But Chilwell has come in and showed what defensive stability looks like, as well as attacking threat in one. So, Chilwell definitely is going to be playing the Madrid game, and if that's the case, we need him at 200%, and so that's why I choose to rest him and give Marcus Alonso a bit of a shout, let him go, and provide all the width, all the crossing, all his abilities in the attacking phase, which are so useful for us as a team, and I've put up the lineup in accordance with these players. So let's just continue. At right wing back, I have gone with Reece James. I think Reece James came on at I think he came on in the 60th minute against Real Madrid. So I wouldn't say he's completely exhausted, but he has played a lot of games recently. So Reece James gets in, but I would substitute him for Callum Hudson-Odoi quite early, maybe even halftime, or if you're winning at halftime, I would bring on Callum Hudson-Odoi for the second half or in the 60th minute. Moving on to the double six. The double six, I'm going to go with N'Golo Kante and I'm going to go with Billy Gilmore. Jorginho looked a bit too tired against Real Madrid, even though he performed exceptionally well. He and Kante were running that show in midfield, completely untouchable, the two of them in that game. Jorginho definitely needs rest because he's been at it 100% day in, day out, week in, week out for us. Probably one of the most underrated players in the Thomas Tuchel era. This game is a good game for Billy Gilmore to really step up and show us what his qualities are and if he can perform at the highest level. He's been training with the squad. He knows what the levels are. He knows what Thomas Tuchel demands from his players. And so I think I have the confidence to say that Billy Gilmore will put up a good show. If not, we'll take it on the chin and we'll bring on Jorginho for the second half. It is what it is. And N'Golo Kante, we know he's a machine. He's going to get in as well. If Billy Gilmore does put in a good shift, we can keep him on for 90 minutes and Georgie can come on instead of Kante. We have the versatility there. So let's move on. Let's move on to the number 10s. The number 10s, I think it's going to be really important for the kind of players we have in the fullbacks. We have two players in the fullbacks who love the width. They love hugging the touchline and they love putting in deadly crosses. So we're going to need two playmakers to kind of knit things together right in the middle of the lines, in between the lines. And so I've gone with Kai Havertz and I've gone with Habibi Ziyech. So these two guys, I think, haven't played too much football in the last few games. They've come on with cameo performances, but I mean, Ziyech obviously has come on with more than just a cameo performance, scoring winners in multiple games. A very, very crucial player with great experience. And I do think he should start against Real Madrid in the second leg, but it is what it is. Let's concentrate this game. This game, Hakim Ziyech and Havertz definitely need to be in between the lines, knitting things together between the midfield and the fullbacks and the striker. Moving on to the striker, it's got to be Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud for me gets into this team because he is going to give this team some focal point. We do not have the likes of Timo Werner, like the pace of Timo Werner or Pulisic or Mount in this team. That means we're going to have to rely a lot on crosses, a lot on balls into the box, square passes and half chances. And who better in this team to finish half chances than Olivier Giroud? So that's why he gets on the team. He's going to be useful because Reece James and Marcus Alonso are going to be spamming crosses into the box. And who else but Giroud do you want at the end of that? There's no one else good enough. I mean, Tammy is there, and I think Tammy should be coming on for him later on in the game. But yeah, this is my lineup so far. Let me know what you guys think down in the description, in the comment section down below. And let me know what your score predictions are. For me, I think we're going to win this game 2-0. 2-0, I think, is a decent scoreline. I think Giroud is going to score both goals. If not, Hakim Ziyech will score one. I got my prediction for Pulisic scoring last week. Bang on the money. So hopefully this time I come through as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, because this has been a wild ride for me. We are now closing on to 80 subscribers. We are right now on 77, 78. So if you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell, because that will give you updates as soon as I post on my channel, so you never miss another video. All these videos, I think I'm really enjoying myself with them, and it's a really exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. So if you like the video, if you like the content, if you find it valuable and worth your time, make sure to drop a like down below. It really helps the channel. YouTube listens to you guys and pushes my video to more and more viewers. So share with your friends. Comment down below what you think of the game against Madrid. What were your thoughts that game, and what are your thoughts going into this game against Fulham? Another preview will be coming out for the Real Madrid game as usual. I might make a reaction video because it's such a huge game. But if you would like to see me go live on Instagram or live on YouTube, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to oblige. I think it will be super fun to just have a chat with all you guys and just make it a super interactive thing. I think we could do this on a weekly basis, but let me know what you guys think. I will only want to do it if there are participants and people willing to interact. So let me know down, or you can message me on my socials, which I will leave a link down below as well. I know India is struggling quite a bit with COVID, And so, like I said last video, I've handpicked a few COVID resources, and I will leave a link to that as well down in the description below. Till then, until the next video, I will see you guys. Peace.